Hey, here we go. Now that was more like it. That is what I wanted to see last weekend. But we got it this Friday. Friday night Knicks, the New York Knicks go to Memphis, take care of business. It was a nail biter, a fantastic game. If you love basketball, that's the kind of game you want to watch. It was up and down, two teams like flexing, showing their best. And, you know, at the same time, there were definitely some issues. But in the end, a game winner by OG Anunoby fed Jalen Brunson, fed him the ball. I mean, how many times would Jalen Brunson have forced that? Things are evolving here. Look, there's 26 games left, 27 games left in this season. And tonight marked the return of Mr. Mitchell Robinson, the longest tenured Knick, one of my favorite players of all time. He comes back tonight, only plays 12 minutes, but man, were they impactful. I felt like the team felt like they were emboldened tonight. They felt like they believed in themselves as a defensive team, as a defensive stopper team. And the Grizzlies are the most high-powered, one of the most high-powered offenses in the NBA. John Morant, Triple J. This team has it all, and the Knicks went to their home arena, took care of business. Honestly, at one point, the Knicks were down 10 points in that fourth quarter, and I did not doubt for a second they were going to win this game. There was just something about their demeanor, their focus, their tenacity, and it all paid off in the end. Beautiful, beautiful win by the New York Knicks over the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's go. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George. If this is your first time here, come on, subscribe. We're we're like less than 300 away from getting to 10,000 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Drop your comments, especially if you're watching it later. I will definitely read the whole chat later on. And share the video. Share the video. Absolutely share the video. Shout out to the chat. We got Alex Nadar. We got Alex Keespa. We got Rudy Pooty. We got everybody in the house. Lex the Destroyer, best man around. What's up, brother? The return of the Block Nest Monster just showed the impact that one player can have in just 12 minutes. Outstanding first game for him, and I love the way the team responded to his presence. And Thibodeau went 10 deep tonight. Come on. There's nothing but joy here tonight in the Knicks-Verse. This is what I wanted to see. Passion, desire. This team was down by 10, and they said no. They said, no, we're going to come back and win it. We don't care if we're in your arena. We're going to come back and take this from you. And they did. They took it from them. That is what I want to see. That is what champions do. That is what champions do. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. What a great fucking win. Let's get to it. Here we go. The New York Knicks, nail-biter victory, 114-113. They pull up. This is a huge win. They sweep the series against the Memphis Grizzlies. OG Anunoby with the game winner. Let's see it. Let's see it right now. Come on. It's the only highlight I have for you guys. The only highlight I have for you. Here we go. Here it is. If you missed OG's game winner, there it is. Calm, collected, beautiful. I mean, nothing but net. That was it. The Grizzlies knew when he hit that shot, the game was over. They had about 4 seconds left. It would not matter. It would not matter because at that moment, what did Thibodeau do? Even though I wanted him to go big all around, Thibodeau did. He brought Mitch back in. He had OG. He had Mikal. Mikal played some great defense on Morant. I don't have that last play, but man, was this outstanding. This is A great night if you're a Knicks fan. It really helps. It really helps. It helps to mend the wounded heart from last weekend against the Cavs and the Celtics. This whole narrative that we're so far below them. The reason I'm so fucking pissed about those losses is because I don't believe that we are. I don't believe that we are, and that's why I called for Thibodeau's firing, because I did not we have the talent on this team to do it. I knew they weren't going to fire him. I knew they weren't, but I had to put the pressure on him. I had to put the pressure on the whole fan base. I had to do my part of it. And I appreciate everybody who joined in on that. And even if you disagreed, I'm fine with that as well. Fine with that as well. But someone had to put that pressure on them. They have to understand that this is not just a game. This is not just a game. This is a way of life for all of us. And we've been suffering for all this time. We want a winner, and we've got the ingredients on this team to go as deep as this team has been since 1999. That's my belief, that this team can go as deep as the 1999 team if they believe in each other. And tonight it showed. When Brunson passed the ball to OG, it showed belief in each other, and that is what they have to lean into as we move forward into the rest of the season. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here. Who else we got? We got Gideon in the house. What's up, Crazy Insane TV? What's up? Oh, yeah, we got Shorty. Everybody. Oh, this is awesome. This is going to be a party for us tonight. Fantastic. Cheers to everybody. This was a great Friday night win. Great win all around. I had a feeling the team was going to respond tonight. This team has a lot of pride, has a lot of players on this team that are winners. They did not want, obviously they did not want to lose those two games last weekend, but it happened. So they needed to come out and prove to themselves and to us that they are better than that. And tonight they did it. Fantastic win. Fantastic win. There we go. 10 deep without Huck. That's right. And shout out to Huck Porty. I hope you get well soon, bro. That was a bummer of an injury. Really big bummer of an injury. And it happened. Luckily, the next game, we have Mitchell Robinson return. Mitch, tonight. Come on, guys. Look at this guy. Look at this face on this guy. OG Anunoby in the post-game interview. Monica's like, you just hit the game winner. Come on. Can you show a little joy? This is joy. This is joy for OG. Right there. That's joy. Hilarious. He is a character, but man, can that guy play basketball. And he wasn't even having that great a game. But when you have players of this type of quality, you can never go away from them. At any time, they could deliver a game winner. And we've got many players on this team that can do it. Deuce had a great game. And here you go. OG Anunoby, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 made three-pointers for him. And he's been struggling from the three-point line. Tommy Beard tweeted this out. Knicks are 8-1 in 9 games they've played against the Nuggets, Grizzlies, Bucks, and Pacers this season. Those are all the other teams technically in the same tier as us. So I think it's safe to say there is Cavs, Boston, and OKC, the tip of the pyramid, and the Knicks are all on their own in the next tier. I know the Lakers think they want to climb into that, but I have a beef with that. We will see. But the Knicks clearly are the 4th best team in the National Basketball Association. And then below that is this group here. Nuggets, Grizzlies, Bucks, Pacers, and I'd put Houston in there as well. Who else? I don't want to. Okay, I think that's it. That's that next tier down below. We can take care of them. The next thing is the Knicks have to figure out how to deal with the Cavs and the Celtics. The Cavs came back. They were down like 20-3 in the first quarter and came back and won tonight. Tremendous victory for them. It just shows that if a team sticks together, they can deliver like a tremendous win, like the Knicks did tonight. Beautifully done. Let's see. We are down some people. Let's see. What do we got here in the chat? Just checking, make sure I don't miss anything extravagant. Cat is terrible, Johnson says. Cat, you know what? He kept shaking the hand. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but in the first quarter, he was already shaking his hand. I had a feeling something was happening there. Truth reviews. I've never seen George this happy. I have been this happy. We've had some great wins, but this response tonight on the road against an incredibly high-quality team like the Grizzlies. I mean, let's be real about this team. This team, if like a few elements click together, they could go on a run. They could get to the Western Conference Finals. I know some people are thinking, oh, you know, if we just get to the second round, it's enough for us. No. This team has the ability to get to the Western Conference Finals, absolutely. And the Knicks took care of business with them. They swept the season series against them. That is a tremendous accomplishment. Tremendous accomplishment for them. All right. They out-rebounded us like crazy. That is absolutely right. And we still won. Here we go. Mitch Robinson's first game back. Shout out to New York basketball. 12 minutes. That's all he played. 5 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field. A team best, a team high, plus 11 from the plus minus. That'll show you that this team, when he's on a court, they can dominate. The next phase, I was hoping when there were 7 minutes and 17 seconds left in the game, at that point, I was hoping that Thibs was going to turn to the all-big lineup and have Mitch and Cat on the court together. I would have done it. He felt hesitant. Okay, I respect that. In the end, it worked out. But at some point, we're going to need to see that. I think he was just hesitant at that moment. But eventually, it worked out. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. The Knicks had a plus 54.8 net rating with Mitchell Robinson on the floor tonight. I can't verify that stat, but I saw it, and I love this tweet. And if it's true, it actually looked like that. The Knicks looked like the more dominant team when he was on the court. It also allows the other players to play better defensively, play better themselves, to commit to a closeout, to take the air between them and the offensive player, to suffocate that air, to just swallow it up, because they know that if the player gets past them, that they have the block nest monster behind them, which they can't say that with Cat. He's just not that kind of player. He's just not. He's an amazing offensive weapon at 7 feet tall, fantastic, but he's not the defensive player that Mitch is, and he never will be. So the future is going to be seeing those two together on the court. That you may not close out games that way, and it won't matter necessarily. Because by that point, if the two are on the court together and we get the defense and the offense, the big men, the Knicks might have some nice cushion by the fourth quarter and won't have to worry about who to choose in terms of who's going to be on the floor at that time. Deuce. 6th man Deuce McBride as Knicks win in Memphis, 114-113, 17 points for him, 7-11 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. He hit some big three-pointers, guys. Tonight, humongous three-pointers. 4 rebounds, 2 offensive, 3 assists, 2 steals, a +9 for Deuce McBride, which is great because Deuce got off to a great start with the Knicks this season. Hit some, ups and downs, some rocky seas. And then there was a period where he really wasn't delivering offensively what we needed from him. Always defensively, he's there. Definitely always there. Definitely at the point of attack, and we need that desperately from him. But offensively, he wasn't giving us the punch that we desperately need from the bench, especially now that we've lost Dante. We need someone who can hit those three-pointers like at a level where it just puts fear in the opponent's heart, because then it forces them to close out hard on him. And then he can dribble in and get that little mini, or dribble in and pass it to somebody. That part of the game is going to start evolving, and this kind of a game is going to lead to that. Beautifully done. All right, we got the stats here. Before we get to these stats, I want to go to these stats here. All right, so this is the full game stats. Here we go. Let's pull this out. But what I want to look at more is the second half. In the second half, the New York Knicks shot 21 three-pointers. This is incredibly important right here. Many times when the Knicks were behind, they actually end up shooting less three-pointers. Not tonight. They stepped it up. OG Anunoby, 3 of 5. Mikal Bridges couldn't hit a 3, but I'm glad he kept shooting them because it keeps the defense honest. They don't sag down in the paint, and it allows you to get, to get those loose balls or those misses. Brunson, 2 of 5. Payne, 1 of 3. Shamet hit a 3. This is all the second half, by the way. All the second half. You can see up here. Here, second half. This is all second half. Deuce hit his 1 3-pointer, and Karl-Anthony Towns was 1 of 2. So the Knicks were 9 of 21. They shot almost 43% from the three-point line in the second half, and that was the difference in the game, my friends. That was the difference in the game. They also picked up 17 rebounds and 17 assists in that second half to go along with their 58 points. The New York Knicks took care of business. They were 22 of 48 overall, almost 46%. Now look at Memphis. Memphis shot almost 49% overall, but they did not make a single three-point shot. They took 10 of them, but they made 0. 0! Now, some of them, there were a few where they had open looks. They just missed, but most of them, they were contested. Now, they're not a great three-point shooting team. You won't. So they're not like, they're not Boston. They're not the Cavs. They're not those kind of teams. But it just shows that when you put pressure and you contest a three-point shot, you reduce their chances of making that shot dramatically. Look at here. This is a beautiful result. The Knicks need to apply that same defensive intensity out on the perimeter that we saw tonight with the other elite teams. Sometimes I feel like they just kind of give up. No. You've got to have that commitment here. Now, having a Mitch Robinson back in the lineup definitely helps embolden them to be braver out on the perimeter. And I loved what I saw tonight. And that's with Memphis hitting 10 of 10 from the free throw line. And they got 29 rebounds. They out-rebounded us in that second half. Not the assists. We did better than them. Here, let's look at the let's go to here. The lead tracker. Look at this. The Knicks did not lead at all until the fourth quarter. They took the lead. They got it to about 4, but then Memphis kind of came back. They whittled it down, and the Knicks just kept going, and Jalen Brunson hit a big fucking bucket late. Big fucking bucket that was it to tie it or to give us the lead? I can't remember exactly, but it was either tie it or give us a 1-point lead. And then we had the ball. Let's go back to it in case you just missed it. Here we go. Let's go back to this because this was a beautiful thing. Here it is, 113-111. We're down by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the game, and OG Anunoby buries the three-pointer. Ooh! Yow! That was gorgeous. Love that. Look at him here. Got Porter Jr. was trying to double him, but the beauty of that move was Brunson saw Porter Jr. Scottie Pippen Jr. come up to try to double him and trap him a little bit, but he made his move before. Right here, he makes the move in, and then he saw Triple J come over to close out, and he knew that OG was going to be open because you can't have 3 guys on you and your other Knicks are guarded. No, someone's going to be open. He found OG on a perimeter, and cool as ice, he just buries it for the game winner. Look at this. That was Santi Aldama's guy, but he was too late. Beautifully done. Gorgeous. That is outstanding. All right, let's get back to this. All right, so the biggest lead the Knicks ever had was 4 points. The biggest lead Memphis had was 12. The longest run was 9. There were 6 ties and 5 lead changes. Here are the team comparisons. Interesting here, the Knicks did not lead in any of the key stats down below. They lost points in the paint. They lost the second chance points. They lost the fast break points. Now, not by much for the fast break points, but they lost all of those. They lost the free throw percentages game. the overall field goal percentage of this game, they shot worse than Memphis. But in the hustle stats, in the stocks, the steals and blocks combined, the New York Knicks were a 17 on that. And the Memphis Grizzlies only had a combined 6. So we were a plus 11 in the hustle stats. That makes up for a lot of issues here. It makes up for a lot of second chance points when you are forcing turnovers left and right. And the New York Knicks forced the Grizzlies into 18 turnovers, and they only committed 8 themselves. That is tremendous efficiency in terms of protecting the ball. This is how the Knicks. Let me get to this. Okay. Listen to me closely here. This is why I believe in this team so much. Because this team is not like teams in the past. We were careless with the ball. Now, we do have Josh Hart, who can be careless with the ball, and Karl Anthony Towns. Absolutely, we know that. Brunson at times can be careless with the ball. But in general, this team protects the ball very, very well. OG, Mikal, Deuce, and the bench themselves, Payne and Brunson, when he's focused, they protect the ball. This team protects the ball. They rebound competently enough defensively, and now they have Mitch back, and they can really start soaring offensively in terms of offensive rebounds. They have, still today, they have, I believe, the third best three-point shooting team in the NBA. You combine that together, yes, you may not have a top 5 defense, but that you can get up to a top 10-ish defense. Get up to number 10, the top third. You get up there and you have one of the top 5 three-point shooting teams, and you have, I believe we are still, number 2 or 3 in terms of offensive rating. You could go very far. Very, very far. Now, the players have to be utilized correctly. Thibs has to take some risks. He has to explore some alternatives as the season moves on. But there is a tremendous chance that this Knicks team, even though we've gotten our asses kicked by the top 3 elites, all of that could turn very differently in the postseason. It could. It could tremendously. We're seeing it. Tonight is a great example of that, where this team did not hit on all cylinders and still were able to come back and pull off a tremendous victory in Memphis's home arena. That is a great sign for things to come. This is beautiful. We got Sunday with the Heat. We take care of that. The Knicks are back on track. Where are we in terms of the standings here? All right, here it is. What did I say earlier? What did I start off by saying earlier? There are 3 teams that are clearly better than the Knicks, and there they are: Cavs, OKC, and Celtics. And then there are the Knicks. There are no other teams that are better than the Knicks right now. That's it. The record speaks for itself. 39-20. Nuggets are just behind, but we've taken care of business with the Nuggets. Grizzlies, we took care of business there. The Lakers did beat us, but that was the game that OG got hurt, and I feel like when he got hurt and left, it kind of spooked the team. In that third quarter, they didn't really know what to do. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond when the Knicks come to L.A. And then Houston, we've beaten them, and we've pummeled the Pacers. We've pummeled the Bucks. Look how far down you got to go to find a team that even can compete with the Knicks. Okay. Now, do you understand now my frustration over the last weekend? This is what I see. I see a team that is in that little crevice between greatness and good. I think they can be great. They can figure it out. It is a newish team. And is Thibodeau the greatest guy to figure all that out? Well, I've already said what I had to say about that. But I want to believe that he can. And he's our coach now. He wasn't fired. They held on to him. And I'm going to be focused on how he can figure out how to get this team to be the best version of themselves and crack this top 3 up here. Absolutely. And they can do it this season. I truly believe in all of that. All right, man. Hey, hit that thumbs up button for me. Drop your comments if you're watching this later on. Thank you for joining me here, man. This is a fantastic win Friday night. The New York Knicks, February 28th. This is what we needed after that previous weekend and that barely squeaker win recently. This is what we needed. We got SF Wisdom in the house. Deuce might get drug tested soon. Why? I got Sean Williams, man. Lex, thanks so much for joining me, man. El Figgy. Oh, I think you're new. Are you new? I haven't seen this before. We need to clean that up. Memphis did out rebound us. They pummeled us on the boards. Totally. Look at this. 58 to 35. This was an embarrassment. But it just shows that rebounding is one of our key advantages, and we were able to pull out a tremendous win, being out rebounded by 23. That just shows that this team has so many other facets in its toolbox, so many other tools in the toolbox that they can pull out a big win. 10 steals right there. 7 blocks. We were plus 10 in forcing turnovers. Those are key. Those are possession stoppers. You are absolutely, even though the rebounding disparity is there and it's dramatic, that was offset by all of these hustle stats right here. Beautifully done. And the 3-point shot was there for the New York Knicks tonight. Yes. What's up, Jose Castillo? What's up, man? We got Doc Boss in the house. It's great to see everybody joining me here. Really appreciate everybody coming in. This is not going to be a long post game. I just wanted to go live because I love the whole interaction here. Eventually, I am going to do calls. We're going to expand the show very soon. It's going to happen. We got Gideon in the house. Sandman, what's up? Let's see who else is here. Connor T. Mitch did look good. Mitch looked better in his first game than he did last season in his first game back after his injury. I think that's a great sign of things to come. Even though it was a little painful and stressful that Mitch was kept out this long, but I think it was the right choice, honestly. He's back and he feels the confidence. He did look winded to me. He looked gassed after the first 3 or 4 minutes of him out on the court, and it just shows you how the intensity of actual real game is so different than anything you do in practice. There's nothing you can do in practice that can compare to it. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, playing just 5 minutes of full court basketball is exhausting for the average person. Even if you're in great shape, it's exhausting. So this is, once he gets his legs back, and I love the way he looked. He looked like not too thin, but not as bulky as he did last season. I'm looking forward to the Mitch Robinson of 3 or 4 years ago, where he could literally block someone in the paint, fall to the ground, get his ass up, and run out to the 3-point line and block that motherfucker out there too. He can do that. You know how many people can do that? 0. There's nobody else who can do that in the NBA. Nobody else who can do that. With their backs on the floor in the paint, get up and run out to the 3-point line. I'm not even sure Mitch can still do it. But with this shape, the way he's come in, I believe that he can return to that player. And that is a special, magical player. I am very excited right now. Very, very excited right now, because this is the kind of win that I was looking for as a response to last weekend, which were very, really tough, demoralizing losses. And the whole narrative has taken over, as you guys all know by now. ESPN and all these people, whatever. Oh, the Knicks are just not contenders. Win horse. I'm not worried about the Knicks. Really? Well, you may be making a big fucking mistake, because this team has untapped potential, and one of their biggest secret weapons, not even that secret, Mitchell Robinson came back tonight and was incredibly impactful, and he has so many more floors to rise above his talents that he showed tonight. He's got so much left in his toolbox. Oh, man. What's up? Oh, we got Doc Boss, Jose Castillo. Kyle, what's up, man? This was a beautiful win. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. We got a big game on Sunday. It's a 6 o'clock game, like 6 o'clock Eastern time, 3 p.m. West Coast time against the Miami Heat. I definitely am expecting to handle that game. We're going to win that game, and we're going to get our I believe our 40th win of the season will be on Sunday. That is my expectation for this. The New York Knicks, let's see, how are we on points? So the New York Knicks, one of the slowest paced teams in the NBA, is the 5th highest scoring team in the NBA. That'll show you. If we just up that defense a little bit, and now we've just added Mitch Robinson, you guys know like I do. This could really, his presence could have a ripple effect throughout the entire roster defensively. And all along, this might have been the plan. I'm sure it was the plan. It was the plan all along. Well, now we're going to see it come to fruition. Love it. Love that. All right, let's look at these, the stats in this form here. Brunson, not a great game efficiency-wise. In his 36 minutes, he needed 23 field goal attempts to give us 23 points. But 7 rebounds for him, 6 assists. Towns, not a good offensive game for him. 1 of 5 from the three-point line. Like I mentioned earlier, he was shaking his hand in that first, I think it was the first quarter. So it might be bothering him. He might have like got hit again. He could not hit from the three-point line. 1 of 5, 4 of 11 overall in his 31 minutes. He gave us 11.7 rebounds. Very subpar game for Towns. OG Anunoby, 19 points, 4 of 10 from the three-point line. Excellent for him. And Mikal Bridges played some excellent defense on Ja Morant tonight. He finished in his 33 minutes of play with 15 points. All Knicks starters in double figures. Josh Hart, 12 points, 6 assists for him, 4 rebounds, 29 minutes of play. Precious Achiuwa, very interestingly, only played 4 minutes this game. Only 4 minutes. 12 minutes for Robinson, and he got 6 points. Campaign, 1 of 5, 1 of 4 from the three-point line. Even though he wasn't as efficient offensively, I liked what he gave us, his spark of energy that he gave us out there. 3 points for him. Deuce McBride, fabulous. 17 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 7 of 11 overall in his 28 minutes of play to go along with his 4 rebounds and 3 assists. And Landry Shamet, also, I liked the minutes he gave us. 2 of 2, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 16 minutes. I think that's something that Thibs should explore more. Now, I think like Shamet got the message that what he was doing before was unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Got to come in, give us production, give us a full 100% commitment on the defensive end, and I'm seeing that. So I love what happened there with him. And you look at the plus-minus, it helps tell the story. Mitch Robinson, a team high, plus 11. Payne, a plus 6. And Deuce McBride, a plus 9. That bench came through with gangbusters tonight. Look at this. How many points did the bench have? 20, 30, 34 points for the Knicks bench. When was the last time the Knicks bench gave us 34 points? I can't even remember. Grizzlies here. Ja Morant finished with 25 points, but he needed 22 shots for that. 0 of 6 from the three-point line for him. 0 of 4 for Desmond Bane. 24 points in 12 rebounds for him. Brandon Clark, who had to leave the game, he hit all 5. He was a problem for the Knicks when he left the game. That definitely helped us. 11.7 rebounds. He's a guy that I would definitely have liked to have seen in orange and blue at one point. I like Brandon Clark's game tremendously. All right, let's go to the final team stats here. Points in the paint. We lost that by 30. Fast break points. We lost that by 5. But look at the points conceded off turnovers, which is ultimately one of the most crucial stats there. We were a plus 17. Plus 17 in points conceded off turnovers. That makes up for a lot of other issues. It makes up for being out rebounded. It makes up for losing the fast break points. It makes up for the points in the paint gets offset by winning the 3-point battle, which we did. We connected on 9 more 3-pointers than they did. That's 27 points right there. We're a plus 27 in 3-point shots. And that is something that the Knicks, for some reason, when they're playing against Cavs and the Celtics, we end up drifting away from that game plan. We need to keep finding 3-point opportunities. So Brunson, when you're bringing up the ball and you have the opportunity to either drive or shoot the 3, shoot the 3. That should be your first option. Let the game play off of your 3-point shot. And I say that for all of the guys. Oh, same for Cat. Don't let the drive set up your 3. Let your 3s set up your drives. That is something that needs to be changed on this team. We'll see how this thing evolves as we keep going forward. All righty. 114, 113. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. The minute, as Lex points out here, there is a minutes restriction on Mitch. And I'm fine with them having that. They should definitely keep that going. Jose Castillo, Cat did not look good today. Nope. I like I said before, I saw him kind of shaking his hand. I think that was hurting him a little bit, and definitely impacting him. Let's see, any other comments here? I want to shout out. Shamet is definitely as good as gone. Daria will replace him next season. Yeah, I could see something like that happening, but we have him here now, and Thibs trusts him now. He's not going to turn to Daria, so we need him. And also, when is T.J. Warren coming to this team? We need T.J. Warren. We need a guy, who's the other guy? Who's the other guy? In Westchester. What's the other guy? It'll come to me. See, I'm going back up, checking the chat. Have I missed anything? Yes, blessings, Knicks Nation. Bridges was a dog on D tonight. Gideon points out he absolutely was. That was a big. His defense was outstanding on Morant. What else we got here? All right, we're looking good. All right, man. Look. It feels like this team, they're just going to give us these up and down nights, especially against the elite talent. But in terms of dealing with the best of the rest, we are the absolute best of the West, of the rest. We're even the best of the West. We are the best of the rest. What they have to start beginning is developing that defensive chemistry. There's 20-something games left. We now have a defensive linchpin back. Today was his first night, 12 minutes. Can't expect too much from him right away. But I'm hoping that in the next 5 to 10 games, this team starts leaning more into the defensive presence that Mitch gives you when he's on the floor. And you actually already saw impact of that tonight. This could work. It would be, and I tweeted this out when I first heard that Mitch could be back this Friday, that it would be a total Hollywood movie type result if Mitch, the goofy, wacky, lovable, longest tenured Knick, is actually the key ingredient that catapults this team into contention. It'd be crazy, but it is possible. And tonight showed it. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I really appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. Please, drop your comments, hit the thumbs up button for me, share the video. And I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's fucking go!